Hey guys, this has been one that I've been a little bit hesitant to share, but I always say, it's supposed to be the nitty-gritty, so this is the stuff that needs to be shared even though it's the most vulnerable and embarrassing. But I feel a little crazy. It's not a great thing. I'm smiling, but it's because I've been on the course of trying to figure out some medication to kind of better balance myself. I have a lot of kind of aggressive down feelings. And if you know me, I haven't been too quiet about it all. You know, I struggle with it and have as an artist for eons and eons and eons. But I'm in a particularly odd place, and it's just that I'm in a transition from, attempting past drugs, trying some new equivalent drugs that might serve me better. And all I can say is, I feel utterly drugged. And it's it's not in a good way of recreation or hey, it's the end of the day, so even if you feel a little wonky, enjoy it, I guess, or whatever. Oh, you had a headache, leaving the end of your night, and now you're all medicated or whatever. No, this is the weird dream nightmares kind of thing, where it's let's try the scenario where you're drunk at work. And it's this doesn't feel nearly as fun or enjoyable when you're in a context like that, because it's holy shit, I'm vulnerable, I'm dopey, I'm kind of confused and lost, and I have to be leading a game company. What the fuck, holy. And it's yeah, no doubt you feel crazy. You're going all over the place because you're trying to find some more healthy balance in your life, but it's going to take time and whatever. But then meanwhile, the world is just going on and you have to just be continuing to do it. So it's yeah, you're on crazy pills, and literally I have to be setting up admin stuff, setting up emails and stuff like that. I'm mobilizing for a company now. And it's holy shit, you have to do it anyways, because even if this were that's it. It's even if this were different, even if I were having different effects or I had a different attitude about this, time is moving on. People are still rolling with their stuff. Programs are opening and closing and awaiting your application to join these things, and opportunities are happening, coming and going. So then it's it's this beguiling thing where it's well, again, it always reinforces how I feel about just everyone tries to show themselves as in control and having things handled and understood, and I just can't begin to believe that people have nearly as much under control as they let off to believe, let you off to believe, because it's life is just utterly, I have a very simple life, and it is so difficult to keep up with everything, let alone being someone who has to mobilize their business, start learning all of these new hats and new roles and positions, not because you've never heard of them or been exposed to those things, but because, hey, you've been the subject of producers' efforts, not that you have to sit there going, hey, little person, go that way, go this way. And so then it's you feel you're drunk at work, but it's not, and morally you're fine, all things considered. But then at the same time, it's holy shit, you have to be doing this stuff, clearly and focused and stuff like that. And I'm on vacation hours. I might be getting sick. So, I probably feel certainly particularly vulnerable, all of this stuff stacked together. But it's for as much fun as it is, it's, there's always just this little thing saying, oh, but, you're under an influence at work. And it's just oh my God, I swear I never would do this. I've never been someone to do this. And it's there's nothing, you're fine. But what a strange thing that certainly there's stigmas of ignorance, but there's certainly the stark reality of like, what does it mean to be under an influence of something that's it's meant to help you, yet you're still an altered person. And I mean, like, I always get into this talk because it's like, I don't want to talk morally of it. We're saying it's fine, just like coffee is fine, just like sugar is fine. You know, one can argue all that kind of stuff is not so fine, and it is altering your behavior because you simply are a being that gets affected by whatever fuel you put inside of you. So then, yeah, no, it's just, it's an odd thing to be in such a vulnerable place while trying to promote yourself and talk about yourself and what you're doing in those more optimal lights, you know, as you're more in control, as you're more in greater health and stuff like that. And it's a strange thing because certainly so, like right now I don't feel great. I feel vulnerable and exposed. But, well, it's not all the time. And so then it's like, you're not lying or making a false thing out of it, but you're just having to like pick when you're taking those snapshots in your little span of changing as a person, because like no one's going to hard press you for that if it's still a sincere part of you and what you've done and stuff like that. So then I guess what I was getting at is, in all of this, I'm looking back and trying to promote myself, and I'm looking at things that I've done, and it's like, you can't really say that that's nothing, and you can't say that wouldn't give you some pretty good experience to work from. So then what a strange dichotomy of like, you're being reminded and you're trying to secure in yourself that you are capable at the things that you at least feel somewhat confident you can do, or that you're capable of adapting like you have been so far, and, you know, then adapting into production and stuff like that can be that too. While on the same side, just being so phased out and so, it's such a hard thing to grasp, and I'm just, you know, well, hey, I have to talk to tech support because I just cannot remember any of my passwords. Like, it's gone. Password's gone. So then it's like, hey guys, I haven't been at this for a long time. Can you just reset me? And it's like, yep, sure. And it's like, okay, good. Take those strides and stuff. But wow, do you feel so wobbly and unsure of if that's the action to take, because it's just like every 10 seconds, I'm just like, whoa, wow, that's a lot. And then it's like, wait, what am I, oh shit, I'm writing an email. I have to like, okay, you know, you're good, you're composed, you're you. It's just like, what, who is that? Ah! Because, wow, it's a lot of layers of things to just like be trying to process through and try to like get the meaningful, like the passage of information in and out of what you're perceiving and how you're trying to act. Because I mean, yeah, you feel altered. Like, these are the times where you'd go, hey, I'm off the hook, time to like hang out with friends and talk about stupid stuff. But no, this is all day from the moment you wake up till like, I think it's because I'm adjusting from the medication. Like, a lot of this are symptoms of withdrawal from the previous stuff and things like that. So it's like, I hope that this like kind of quashes a little bit, but like, yeah, it's a complicated set of experiences. And, I'm certainly glad that at least it's kind of more funny now, because again, when you're doing admin stuff, like it can take you all day just because of, you know, hey, could you sign on to this thing? And it's like, they don't get back to you for 3 days. So it's like, well, I can't proceed until you sign on to this thing. So, you know, I guess I just wait. Yeah, man, I can't imagine what, well, some unspoken people in the industry are dealing with all day and all night, being half medicated and being a, you know, senior engineer and stuff like that. And it's like, half of what you're medicated for is the stress of being a senior engineer, but like, you're making a killing and the entire company relies on you. So that's totally real and tangible. And maybe you have a chill pill too, just to help that not bubble over, I'm guessing. And it's like, well, if you happen to be some of those people, I wow, good on you, because woo, it's a lot to stomach when you have to actually rely on yourself and your faculties to like pave the way. It's a lot. So anyways, I've been saying it's a lot for the past 5 minutes, half of this video, so it's a lot. Well, anyways, thanks for coming by and keeping tabs on this. It's vacation time, so everything's chill. But I've been having some fun doing some work on the side just because I have things I can do. And they've stoked some interesting thoughts, so thanks for coming. Bye.